TSC and Grand Lake Health Systems welcome you to this broadcast of high school varsity football. We are here at Harmon Field where the Van Wert Cougars take on the Wapakoneta Redskins. Tonight's game is brought to you by the following sponsors: First National Bank, Keyhole Pizza, Winners Meats, Sydney All Glaze Audiology, NKTelco, Precision Strip, Carriage Works, Cy Schwederman, Minster Bank, Holman Interiors, Knoxville Supply, Cargill, Victory Machine, Hometown Opportunity, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, Securicom, St. Henry Bank, Park National Bank, Kinninger Custom Fabrication, Kennedy's Garage, Big Brothers Big Sister of Shelby and Dart County, Superior Aluminum, the Rushi Inn, Busher's Market, Finishing Touches, Francis Manufacturing, Poing Service Center, Rachel's Cakes, Speedway Lanes, Balmer Construction, Jewelry Barn, Tom and Jerry's, Western Ohio Mortgage. I'll bring you tonight's game between Van Wert and Wapakoneta. I'm Dave Helmstead alongside me, Paul Sadler. Interesting matchup. Van Wert 2-0 on the season. Wapakoneta looking for win number one. Let's take a quick look at Van Wert. Two impressive wins over Elida and Defiance, and a very potent offense for the Cougars.
Yeah, the Cougars come in averaging 55.5 points a game, and they're the number one offense in the Western Buckeye League, but they're not just an offensive team. They're also number one in total defense, only giving up 185 points a game.
Wapakoneta, on the other hand, are 0-2 with two very, very difficult losses. Salina in the final 40 seconds, St. Mary's in overtime.
Yeah, you're right. They're trying to find themselves with only one score losses in both games. Last week only being in overtime. You know, they're still trying to find themselves offensively, I think, a little bit.
We're just moments away from the opening kickoff. We'll get to our keys to the game here in a moment. The kick is away, and it's a short one by the Redskins. It's going to be fielded at the 27-yard line, and they'll bring it upfield. The Cougars do, and the Redskins will stop them at about the 35. Let's take a look at our keys to the game tonight, brought to you by Keyhole Pizza, first for the visiting Van Wert Cougars.
Well, they need solid play from their offensive line, which has been very good so far all year, protecting Owen Treese. No big plays given up on defense, and keep a positive turnover ratio. They lead the league in +9 in turnover ratio with 10 takeaways through 2 weeks.
And keys to the game for the Redskins.
They need to contain Owen Treese, the dual threat quarterback for the Cougars. Play strong on defense and then kind of figure out the big play for their offense.
And the first offensive play for the Cougars goes to the left side. They'll pick up perhaps a yard or so. Let's make it second down. Call it a 2-yard pickup. Make it second down and 2, as getting the call for the Cougars. Treese will keep it. He's at the 35, and he's going to be met there by a host of Redskins. No gain on the play.
And pretty good stop there by the defenses. The first two there for Walpock with Treese and Jackson. Nate Jackson, who carried on first down, was the second leading rusher in the Western Buckeye League.
Owens Treese, the quarterback for the Cougars. He looks downfield. Short pass to Nate Jackson. Jackson will make the catch, and he'll still be short of that first down as the Redskins converge. Let's take a look at our starting lineups tonight, brought to you by Sydney All Glaze Audiology. First for the Van Wert Cougars, and as we mentioned, Owens Treese is definitely the leader of the offense, and a very potent offense for the Cougars.
Yeah, and a pretty young team, actually. You know, Treese is a senior, but only 2 seniors in that starting lineup. And Nate Jackson and Drew Johnson are both explosive playmakers.
Cougars will be forced to punt. It's 4th down and about 2 yards. Good snap. Kick is away, and it's going to be fielded. He'll let it drop, and it'll go down to about the 26-yard line.
Yeah, Noah Ambus must not have felt pretty good about catching that. The signal for the fair catch was right there, but let it bounce, and luckily for them, it didn't really get a very fortuitous bounce.
So the Redskins will have the football, and this is where the Redskins offense this year, they obviously under Coach Moyer, they base it on the ground, but injury to their starting quarterback at the beginning of the season, and the responsibilities of the quarterback right now is in the hands of Trevor Crow. McDonald in motion, first man through, gets the call. Seifring will power it across the 30-yard line.
And Seifring was really held in check last week. He only had 8 yards on a handful of carries, so Coach Moore, I think, is going to want to get a little bit more production out of Seifring.
Garrett Seifring with the carry. Nice pickup for the Redskins. It's 2nd down and 2. Football rests at the 34-yard line. They'll send Caleb Walter to the wide left side. In the backfield, McDonald. He'll cut it up at the 35. He has the first down and more.
Now that's the young man that really needs to get going if they want to start kind of gearing up their offense. Connor McDonald last year was one of the most explosive players in the Western Buckeye League, averaging nearly 9 yards a carry. So far this year, he's only averaging 4.
McDonald has 28 carries. That was carry number 29, 112 yards on the season. Redskins will line up 1st and 10. They're on the move here in the early going from Harmon Field. Crow, handoff, Seifring. He'll cut inside to the 45-yard line.
And that's actually his brother Garrett Seifring. You have both Caden and Garrett getting carries in 2 of the first 3 plays of the game.
So if I say Seifring, I'm still right.
You've got odds are in your favor.
All the way, that's right. So 4-yard pickup, 2nd down and 6. Football rests at the 45. Glad you're along with us here on TSC. Crow will call the signals. McDonald has it. He'll go to the outside, cuts it back in. He's going to be brought down. No gain on the play that time as the Van Wert defense will make a good read on it.
Well, they tried to run the stretch sweep, but they actually had the formation into the short side of the field and tried to run to the long side of the field. And Van Wert just kind of had the numbers in their favor there to be able to make the play.
Number 50, Jacob Place, a linebacker for the Cougars, in on the stop. That makes it 3rd down and 6. Redskins need to get into Cougar territory for a first down. Trevor Crow at quarterback. He'll call it out of the shotgun. Looks to the sidelines for the play. Good snap. He's going to run with the football. He'll go to the left side. Not much running room. He may pick up a yard at the most. So the Cougars are holding the Redskins this time, so it looks like it's going to be a punting situation for Wapakoneta as they move the football to just a little bit shy of the 46-yard line.
Yeah, and coming in, Trevor Crow only 5 for 16 passing, only completing about 31% of his passes. Coach Moyer near midfield decides to try to see if they can pick it up with the quarterback draw instead.
Caden Seifring will punt it away, and Owen Treese is deep for the Cougars. Seifring's punt is away from Treese. Good coverage by the Redskins as it bounces inside the 10-yard line. What a roll and a beautiful punt. Good coverage, and down there by Jace Mullen. The junior hustling after it, downs it, and it's a 44-yard punt?
About 52.
52-yard punt. Beautiful punt by Caden Seifring.
And Seifring came in actually leading the Western Buckeye League in punting average. That's going to do nothing but help his cause.
So now the Cougars have a disadvantage here, and the Redskins play pretty strong defense. So let's see if that's to their advantage here as we're at the 7:06 mark on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard. No score.
We'll see if Coach Keith Recker changes his kind of play calling with the shadow of the goalposts.
And they'll do the the spread offense, and they'll take the short pass and they'll move upfield and should be near the first down.
Yeah, I think it's going to be, well, I guess, yep, it's going to be a first down.
First down, so Cougars on the move. They line up quickly. 3 receivers left, 2 to the right side. Treese will take the snap in the backfield. He looks to his left. Short passes up to Johnson. He'll make the catch. Still on his feet. He's at the 30, 35, 40. It's a foot race now across midfield, and he'll step out of bounds at about the 42 of Wapakoneta. Nice play by Drew Johnson, who came into this game averaging 22.8 yards per catch, and that one certainly didn't hurt his average.
No, and I tell you what, he is explosive and fast, and the Cougars are on the attack mode.
Connor Pratt with the catch. He's on the move, but he'll be brought down there by Austin Stauffer. But the Cougars are quickly moving into Redskins territory as the football goes to the 28-yard line.
So remember, just a couple plays ago, they were on the 2-yard line.
Got a timeout. 6:37 to go, opening quarter of play. Our score, Wapakoneta nothing, Van Wert nothing. We'll return right after this.
Kemmler Orthopedic Center is focused on a personalized, caring approach to treat all aspects of orthopedics, including total joint replacement, shoulder reconstruction, stem cell injections, and more. Dr. James Kemmler and Jed Cooney, certified PA, are dedicated to providing the best orthopedic care in the Grand Lake region. Kemmler Orthopedic Center has offices located in Salina and Van Wert, along with extended evening hours. To schedule an appointment, call our office at 419-586-5760.
At First National Bank, we are working hard to make your life a little easier. With products like Card Valet, an app allowing you to control your cards with real-time notifications, transaction restrictions, and spending limits. The ability to access your money through 55,000 all-point ATMs across the country, surcharge-free. Live customer support when you need it, and online and mobile banking, allowing you to gain access to your financial information wherever and whenever you like. First National Bank, making your life a little easier.
Pass is completed as Owen Treese drops back into the pocket, and I believe that's Connor Pratt, who came into tonight's game with 6 catches on the season. And now Van Wert is threatening. Boy, this quick strike offense is impressive here on this drive, at least. Treese is going to try and run it. Redskins trying to keep him out. Connor Mextro, one of the Redskins in on the stop.
And that's only the first rush of this particular series. You know, they started at the 2-yard line. It's all been in the air all the way down here.
6:07 to go on the First National Bank first scoreboard. Motion to the left. Treese will take it, goes straight ahead, and he's in the end zone. Van Wert is on the scoreboard with 5:59 to go here in the opening quarter of play.
And that's Owen Treese's 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cougars, who were held in check on that very first drive with the 3-and-out, looked very impressive on that drive.
They kicked it into high gear. That's for sure, as the extra point by Damon McCracken is up, and it is good. So the Cougars tack on the extra point. 5:59 to go. Our score, Van Wert 7, Wapakoneta nothing. We'll be back right after this.
Hi, I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
Van Wert will kick it off, and boy, that drive started at the 2-yard line, and the Cougars marched 98 yards for the touchdown, Paul, and that was an impressive effort by Van Wert.
Yeah, 98 yards, and 94 of it was in the air, and they were getting it in chunks. And as good as the Walpock defense has looked, even in losing efforts the first 2 weeks, they have not been gashed like that.
Cougars will kick it away. McDonald deep for the Redskins. It's going to be short at the 20.
Connor Mextroth.
Connor Mextroth with the pickup, and Mextroth will get it up to about the 32-yard line.
Brought down by Carson Smith. First down, Redskins.
So the Redskins were able to get a first down their first drive, but then it stalled out from there. All plays were, on the ground. We'll see if they continue with that and if they can kind of bust a long one. That's one thing, this Cougar defense, they have given up some long runs against both Elida and Defiance in the first 2 weeks.
McDonald Seifring in the backfield. Straight ahead comes Seifring. Caden Seifring, the fullback, goes straight ahead, picks up perhaps 2 yards as Crow lined up underneath the center that time.
Yeah, going out of the traditional wing tee and running just kind of the lead play. Obviously, they're going to try to go back to their roots a little bit and kind of try to find something that's going to eventually kind of click for this group.
Off to the right goes Caden Seifring, a little different formation. McDonald in the backfield. First pass of the night for the Redskins is completed. Pickup of perhaps 4 yards.
And a nice, easy little hitch route just to get a nice connection in to Walter. And that is Walter's second catch on the season. Again, Wapak didn't complete a pass week 1 against Salina. They did complete 5 passes last week. So, just trying to kind of get things where they need to go. Because remember, Trevor Crow started off this year playing just safety and was the backup quarterback, was playing tight end in an emergency against Salina when the injury to Brandon Goulet happened, and then in mid-game got switched to quarterback.
That's a major transition to make. Handoff, Seifring, nothing there. Maybe a small loss on the play, but that's going to set up a fourth down and about 4 yards. So
yeah, that's the second time in a row where they've had kind of a third and medium and really did not gain anything. So that's something that Coach Moore is going to talk to his offense about. Talk to find out offensive line. We need to get a push in that type of situation because we need to get those conversions.
Caden Seifring had a great punt, his first effort. Back deep, Owen Treese. Seifring's kick is away, another good kick. Treese is going to track it down at the 30. Nice move, gets forward across the 35, will bull forward to the 41, make it the 42-yard line.
And Treese just kind of doing a little bit of everything, returning that punt with a nice return. Obviously, he's the quarterback. We've mentioned that too. He's also the leading tackler for their defense. So obviously a tremendous athlete. He currently leads the Western Buckeye League in quarterback rating, touchdown passes, and completion percentage.
His quarterback rating is phenomenal.
It's really good. So, and he didn't miss a pass on that last drive. I had him down as 5 for 5 passing.
His efficiency rating is going to stay right there, isn't it?
That's right.
In motion is Jackson.
A fumble.
Fumble, loose football. Let's see who's got it. Wapakoneta has it. Redskins can capitalize, and that's one thing that the Cougars have not done this year is fumble. So
no, that's only their second turnover. Cooper Tolowski looks like he's the one that came up with that, and he's one of those that had missed the first 2 games. So great for this senior to get in there and to be able to get the first turnover of the football game as Treese puts it on the ground.
So let's see if Wapakoneta can take advantage. Good field position at the 48. Redskins break the huddle. Walder goes to the left side. Seifring and McDonald in the backfield. Crow football is lost on the snap. Crow will dive on it, so a loss down there. No gain on the play. And it's going to be second down and 10.
So just a little bit of lost momentum potentially there. You've got a center coming back for the first time here in a couple weeks. Wasn't even allowed to be in practice. And Trevor Crow and him probably haven't had a lot of reps together. I believe he's probably just got cleared more than likely just a day or 2 ago.
So let's see what the Redskins do. Second down and 10. 2:57 to go on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard. Whistles blow, and we've got a timeout. Wapakoneta, I believe. Redskins will take a break. 2:50 to go. Our score: Van Wert 7, Wapakoneta nothing. We'll be back right after this.
Auglaize and Sydney Audiology are committed to providing the most advanced and affordable hearing care solutions.
Did you know that more and more insurances are offering coverage for hearing aids and that we are the most comprehensive provider in the area?
Because we want to serve all in our community, we partner with agencies such as Medicaid, OOD, Sertoma, and most recently the VA, helping our veterans find local solutions to their problems.
Don't leave unused benefits on the table this year. Call us today to see if you qualify.
Wapakoneta takes the timeout. Second down and 10.
Yeah, they had some confusion. The linemen actually don't line up always on the same side. They have what they call a quick side and a strong side, and the linemen had some confusion on which side they wanted to go. So Coach Moyer decided just to go ahead and let's use a timeout, let's get organized and try to take advantage of this opportunity, the field position that we got.
Here come the Redskins. Walter will go to the left side. Seifring in the wing slot to the left. McDonald gets it. He's at the 45. He's at the 40. First down and more as he's run out of bounds at about the 33.
So, and there is a player down. Looks like that is Trevor Houts, who's an important two-way player for the Redskins, are down. That's after the 16-yard gain there by Connor McDonald.
So there's a break in the action. We'll keep it right here and remind you that TSC's presentation of NKTelco Sports is being brought to you by Grand Lake Health System, Precision Strip, Carriage Works, Cy Schwederman, Minster Bank, Holman Interiors, New Knoxville Supply, Cargill, Victory Machine, Hometown Opportunity, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, SecureCom, St. Henry Bank, Park National Bank, Kenninger Custom Fabrication, Kennedy's Garage, Big Brothers Big Sisters of Shelby and Dark County, Superior Aluminum, the Rushi Inn, Busher's Market, Finishing Touches, Francis Manufacturing, Hoying Service Center, Rachel's Cakes, Speedway Lanes, Balmer Construction, Jewelry Barn, Tom and Jerry's, and Western Ohio Mortgage, all bringing you tonight's game between Wapakoneta and Van Wert from Harmon Field in Wapakoneta. Cougars 2-0 with wins over Elida and Defiance, and Cougars trying to make a little bit of history tonight. They haven't won here since 2004.
Yes, Wapak's really kind of had the advantage in this series. They've won 9 out of the last 10 and 12 out of the last 14. As you mentioned, it's been a long time since Van Wert's made it to Auglaize County here in Wapak and come away from as winners. 16 years.
2:41 to go. First quarter. Redskins trying to mount a threat. Seifring. Nice gain for Caleb, and they'll spot that at the, call it about the 23.
Yeah, about 8-9 yard gain there for Caden, his best carry of the night so far, and the Redskins are in business.
That quick hitter works that time for the Redskins, and that's a big play in the offense as it's second down and 1. Ambos into the lineup. He'll go to the left side. Seifring, this time the Redskins read it, but he may have the first down depending on how they mark it.
Xavier Oakley there to make the play from his outside linebacker spot. We're going to call that no gain, continue at third down. And the timing appeared off just a little bit on the snap. Just a split second that Crow wasn't sure that he had the ball. Might have thrown off the timing just enough to prevent that play from being executed.
Third down and short, less than a yard for Wapakoneta. 1:30 to play here, first quarter. Redskins need a first down. McDonald, he'll go right side. He's got the first down, and he'll move inside the 20. He'll get to about the 17, make it the 18-yard line. And the Redskins have the first down.
And they're able to capitalize finally on a third down conversion, which they've been struggling on so far. But really what helped that was a great first down gain to set up a 3rd and short instead of having that 3rd and 6 that they've been having.
A little misdirection, too. They hadn't been going primarily to the left side. That time they came back over to the right side. Seifring lines up in the fullback spot. McDonald to the right. Pitch comes to McDonald on that right side. He's in trouble, and it's going to go down at the 20.
Yeah, Aiden Pratt in the backfield as running the quick little toss play to the outside. Is going to lose yardage for the Redskins. The toss actually appeared to be a little bit behind Connor McDonald, so he had to wait on it. And by the time he had caught the ball, Pratt right there to make the play.
Big play, and 30 seconds on the clock in the first quarter. Crow's going to throw it off the fingertips of Seifring, and it's going to be incomplete. It'll stop the clock with 22 seconds on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard.
And actually a pretty good route there, just slightly a little high. He actually probably had Brandon Schneider a little bit more open, running a seam route right down the middle from his tight end spot. And that might have been a little easier pass to complete. Maybe something to look for coming back.
Redskins to the line of scrimmage. McDonald next to Crow. McDonald steps inside the 20. It's going to be close to that first down, but again, depends on the mark.
Well, it's going to be back just the original line of scrimmage, actually.
So back to the line of scrimmage. Football will be resting at the 18, so it's 4th down and 10. And that's going to end our quarter. First quarter score. Van Wert 7, Wapakoneta 0. We'll return right after this.
Together, we are family, working safely for our loved ones.
We are problem solvers who challenge the status quo and drive improvement.
We care about our customer relationships.
We stay true to our values, caring and respecting one another.
We embrace change as we journey through our career.
We are Precision Strip, the world's leading processor of rolled steel and aluminum.
Precision Strip, doing the exceptional.
CarriageWorks has expanded and now can hold up to 25 cars in our service bay. CarriageWorks thrives on customer satisfaction. We accomplish that by providing top-of-the-line technology. CarriageWorks now uses a laser beam system to measure down to the millimeter of factory specs to better service you and get you back on the road. CarriageWorks has a brand new top-of-the-line paint booth that uses waterborne paint. There's no job too big or too small for CarriageWorks. We're certified collision specialists. Come in and see us today.
Back here at Harmon Field, and the first play of the second quarter is going to be a big one for the Redskins, Paul.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to go for a field goal here, and Payne Harshbarger has been out there. Kicking has been a little bit of a different. Harshbarger actually made his a field goal last week, week 1 against the line, a 30-yarder. This one's going to be about a 35-yarder. He's got a strong leg.
Garrett Seifring to hold. There's the snap. Kick is up. And it's just off. Very, very close, and 11:53 to go. Second quarter, a score. Van Wert 7 and Wapakoneta 0. We'll keep it right here, and the field goal just a miss.
Yeah, I think he missed it just slightly short and to the left, as I think it landed just beyond the back of the end zone. But missed opportunity there for the Redskins, who got the fumble, was able to move the ball a little bit, but then a negative play on first down really probably set that the beginning of the end of that drive.
Cougars with the football. Treese, he'll scramble to the right side, looks downfield, and it's going to be completed. And stepped out of bounds as Connor Pratt comes up to make the catch. And the Cougars will move it all the way up to the 34-yard line.
And I tell you what, that's where you're going to see Treese at his best. I mean, he is an accurate passer, but he can do it off schedule a little bit too. And that time he was able to scramble and get something and then run a little quick, high percentage screener here for another first down.
Nate Jackson with the catch, and Van Wert quickly moving it upfield.
First down, Van Wert.
Another first down for the Cougars. 1st and 10, football at the 44-yard line. 3 receivers right side, 1 to the short side. Therese. In motion is Johnson. He'll get the football. He'll move it forward about a 4 to 5 yard pickup. They'll mark it almost at midfield, so make it 2nd down and 5. And
looks like there's another player down for perhaps both teams.
Couple of players down. We're going to take a break here at 11:14 to go in the second quarter of play. Van Wert 7, Wapakoneta nothing. We'll be back right after this.
You're on the go and don't have time for cords to be tying you down. That's why TSC created the Cord Cutter Bundle. You get big savings for bundling internet and cable, and there's no phone requirement. Choose from 20 megabyte, 50 megabyte, or 100 megabyte speeds. No phone, minimal TV, and all lightning fast internet. Ask about the Cord Cutter Bundles and come home to TSC.
It's easy as 1, 2, 3, call TSC.
Here's the thing. If you're the kind of guy who eats, sleeps, and breathes farming, who gets up at dawn, determined to get the best crop and the best yield, why surrender to the mercy of the water table? Cy Schwiederman Incorporated can lower your water table to an average of 2 to 3 feet below the surface, allowing you to grow stronger, healthier plants that root.
At Minster Bank, we understand that.
Here's the thing. If you're the kind of guy who eats, sleeps, and breathes farming, who gets up at dawn, determined to get the best crop and the best yield, why surrender to the mercy of the water table? Cy Schwiederman Incorporated can lower your water table to an average of 2 to 3 feet below the surface, allowing you to grow stronger, healthier plants that root deeper, that are more resilient to the elements, that enable longer growing seasons, and can produce higher results in the fields and in your pocket. Trust CSI, your drainage experts since 1946.
Back here at Harmon Field, Redskins looking at a 7-0 deficit with 11:14 to go on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard. And impressions on the first quarter of play, Paul?
Van Wert, has come as advertised as the #1 offense in the Western Buckeye League, and that 98-yard drive primarily through the air, and I got Treese down to 7 for 7 passing. I mean, and the thing is, it's not just him. He's got talented guys to be able to throw to, as well as we have not seen the best of Van Wert running the ball yet. Nate Jackson, 2nd in the league in the Western Buckeye League, as we see Jacob Schrader kind of up. We're glad to see. But Nate Jackson, 2nd in the Western Buckeye League, averaging over 11 yards a carry, which is just ridiculous to do that against the WBL competition that they've had so far. Owen Treese is also the 5th leading rusher in the Western Buckeye League, as long as 2nd in passing yards. Just a lot of potential being realized over there in Cougar Land. In Keith Recker in his 9th year, just doing an excellent job with that program.
Can you imagine Kenton and Van Wert playing in a game? Boy, it might take forever.
It might, but I tell you what, the ball's not been on the ground a whole lot. So.
Not a lot, that's for sure. It'd be a wild one, that's for sure. Treese with it. He looks downfield. It tipped away. Good defensive play by the Redskins. Keith Hauser, and of course Keith Hauser pretty steady over the last few years for the Redskins.
Yeah, he's been a standout for them, and he's getting some college looks. Had 13.5 tackles last week against St. Mary's.
So Hauser knocks the pass down. It's going to be a movement in the line there, and it's going to go against the Redskins defense.
And that's a big one. It's 3rd and 5. That's a 5-yard penalty. Depending on the spot, that might be a first down. And
looks like it is.
Yeah, the sticks aren't even going to wait for it. They're just moving the sticks. So, free first down for Van Wert. So you had a chance to get off the field with a potential stop. Instead, Van Wert doesn't have to work for the first down.
Those are the kind of mistakes that haunt you. Treese looks downfield over the middle. He finds receiver, and it's going to be incomplete. Maddox Crutchfield, big wide receiver, had his hands on it but could not hang on to it. Clock will stop with 11:01 to go.
Yeah, Zach Rogers kind of separated him from the ball because I think he was going to hold on to it until the contact came with Zach Rogers.
Good defense there by Rogers, and it makes it 2nd down and 10. In motion to the right side. Nate Jackson looking for running room. Not finding too much is Connor Mextroth, I believe. And Trevor Crow all in on the stop that time for the Redskins.
Yep, and Garrett Seifring initially right there, be able to kind of, help with that stop as well. The Redskins have been doing pretty good against the run so far. It's the pass that's been really going for the Cougars.
Treese on the run, completes it. Well, that's a tough pass. He puts it right on the numbers too, and that's a first down.
But there is a flag on the play, so it's going to come back. So after picking up the 3rd and 8, the Cougars are going to have to do it again from 10 yards further back, as they are going to be called for holding. And that is their first penalty of the game.
Treese rolled to his left side, found the receiver, had the first down. The penalty will bring it back. And the hold, a 10-yard penalty. The ball will go back into Van Wert territory. Football will be at the 47.
We'll see how aggressive that Keith Recker wants to be here. Treese has got an arm to be able to kind of make any throw that you want him to, and you've got some speed. If I was the Redskins, I'd keep an eye out for Drew Johnson, number 21, from that slot, because he could bust a long one in a hurry.
Let's see what happens. Treese drops back, looking over the middle, and it's going to be intercepted. Crow with it. He picks it off at the 34. He's into Van Wert territory at the 40. Still on his feet. Powers forward to the 30-yard line. Great interception by Trevor Crow, and what a great return by that young man.
It was, and that's just what the Redskins needed, the defense to come through and get a big play. And truthfully, this is one of the reasons why everyone gets mad at coaches for not throwing deep on 3rd and longs. Well, there's a reason why sometimes that they do kind of check it down and punt and play a little bit of field position, because they're expecting the long passes. We can see on this replay, ball goes off the receiver's hands on pretty good coverage right into the waiting hands of Trevor Crow, and now tremendous field position for the Redskins.
Zach Rogers had the receiver covered for the Redskins, and that results in a turnover, and Crow brings it all the way back to the 30-yard line.
And Moyer going to call for their last timeout already. Once again, some problems getting lined up for the Redskins.
Got a break in the action. Our score, Van Wert 7, Wapakoneta nothing. We'll be back right after this.
At Minster Bank, we understand that life can get hectic. That's why when it comes to your banking, we offer the services that make your life simpler, with tools like person-to-person payments, Pop Money, mobile and online banking, and bill pay. But most of all, Minster Bank is a supportive member of your community, with personal relationships and customer service that reach outside of our branches. Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success.
Wapakoneta on the move. They have the football at the 30-yard line, and the interception is a very big play for the Redskins.
And it's going to be pretty
momentum
important.
Can change a little bit here.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty important that they come away with points this time. They did not come away with points after that fumble. They get an even better field position here, and you just get the feeling that the Cougars are probably going to score more than 7 points before it's all said and done. So the Redskins need to be able to get on the board.
Connor Mextroth with the football, his first carry of the night, I believe, and no gain on the play. McDonald will come into the lineup. So it's 2nd down and 10.
And so far on the year, the Redskins seem to have better running opportunities to the outside. They just haven't been really good running between the tackles so far for the first 3 weeks, which has been a staple of what they've had over the last few years, but especially with Evan Keck running between the tackles the last few years.
Crow will drop straight back and throw it over the middle. It's McDonald wide open. Off his fingertips and an incompletion. That was 6 points on the board there as McDonald.
That was
so close.
And while that wasn't the most perfect pass, but that was catchable. Perfect pass would have been 6 points, but just making the catch will put you in 1st and goal. So they leaked Connor McDonald out of the backfield. Well-designed play by the coaching staff for the Redskins. Got to be disappointed they didn't come through. And understand with this being 3rd down on the 30, more than likely you're looking at this as 4-down territory anyway. Don't necessarily need to get the full 10.
3rd down and 10. Seifring will go to the right side. McDonald is to the left. Crow. Incomplete, intended for Seifring with 9:13 to go.
And that's where you kind of see just kind of the lack of timing. Brandon Goulet was the person getting all these reps for the most part for the year, and Crow tried to kind of lead and anticipate kind of the comeback route, and by the time that Seifring turned around, the ball was already by him.
Crow gets the play from the Wapakoneta sidelines. Ambos to the right side. McDonald in a wing spot to the right. In motion is Seifring. Crow rolls that way. Looking for Seifring. Pass is going to be, Seifring comes back for it and makes the catch. Penalty marker on the play. Boy, I tell you, that was a great comeback by Seifring.
I'm not sure he hung on to it, but a flag is down. So we'll see what they have to say about it. I've seen 3-pointers with less arc, than that one. They're actually going to call this is going to be on the Redskins. They're going to call ineligible man downfield.
Crow rolled to his right, had Seifring in his sights, but just not quite able to lead. Well, a lot of coverage too.
Yeah, and sometimes purposefully underthrowing those is kind of a good idea because the receiver gets sight of it a little bit better than the defender, and he can make a play on the ball sooner. But it looks like it's all for naught anyway because the Cougars are going to decline that penalty, so it will be turnover on down. So the second turnover for the Cougars does not turn into points again for the Redskins.
So the Redskins defense back out on the field, and 9:05 to play here in the opening first half of football. Redskins trail 7-0. Redskins not afraid to throw the football.
No, they obviously just need a little bit more success with it, and really the play, they had a right play call on that second down to Connor McDonald, and they just didn't make the play.
And Wert dodged the bullet on that one. Let's see what happens now. Jackson in motion. He'll get the football, or rather, Treese will keep it. He'll go forward for a yard or so.
And Brandon Schneider in there to be able to make the play. Again, the rushing has not really hurt this defense. I have them down for only have about 14 yards total rushing on the game so far to the Cougars.
There's the short pass. Jackson has it. At the 35, still on his feet. Steps out of bounds right at the yard mark.
Complete to Drew Johnson.
Right at the sticks.
Johnson run out of bounds by Zach Rogers.
And Drew Johnson's got a little bit of slipperiness to him. So it brings up a third and
about 2.
Yeah, 3rd and 2. It says 1 on the scoreboard, but that'd be a really long one.
That's a long one. Looks like 2 from our viewpoint. There's the snap. Quick throw. Johnson with it. Still on his feet. Into Wapakoneta territory at the 30, and he'll step out of bounds. Drew Johnson, 6 foot, 180-pound senior. Take a look at that one more time.
As mentioned, he's got some slipperiness and some elusiveness. Trevor Crow, that's a tough matchup coming from the safety spot. You're way off about 10 yards to be able to come up and make the play, and you're on an island, and not many people are going to catch him in the open field.
They'll go to the left side. That's Jackson this time. Jackson will gain about 8 yards.
And taken down by Zach Rogers. And, Van Wert, it looks like they're very much a momentum team where you can kind of get them, getting short, but then all of a sudden once they get that one big play, they are on the attack.
Short pass to Pratt, or rather Place with the catch. So that's a first down for the Cougars.
Pretty much the same play, just to a different guy. Quick screen.
Johnson with the catch. And it's second down, and football is going to be at about the 7-yard line.
So the Redskin defense able to get turnovers the last couple possessions, but have not really stopped this team yet.
Treese will keep it, and he finds the end zone. 7-yard run with 7:39 to go. And Owen Treese celebrates in the end zone.
Yep, that's his second touchdown of the game. And that is his 5th rushing on the season. We'll see here on the replay.
There's
token little fake. And just going straight up, almost untouched until he was crossing the goal line. So very well blocked there by the offensive line of the Cougars.
Extra point kick is good. So Van Wert takes a 14-0 lead with 7:39 to go. We will be back right after this.
Grand Lake Foot and Ankle Center offers a family-friendly environment with a personalized approach to reduce pain, restore function, and improve mobility. Dr. Christopher Stuckey specializes in reconstructive foot and ankle surgery, diabetic foot care, trauma including fractures and sports injuries, along with bunions, hammer toes, and ingrown toenails. Grand Lake Foot and Ankle Center has offices located in St. Mary's and Salina. To schedule an appointment, call our office at 419-394-8664.
At Home and Interiors, our team loves to design beautiful yet cost-effective projects. From sleek and simple to elaborate and detailed, we customize to fit your tastes and budget with free interior design and color coordination. Visit our 5,000 square foot kitchen design center and bring your next project to life. Full custom kitchen and bath cabinets are built right here in New Bremen. Home and Interiors, your vision designed for your budget.
Cougars ready to kick it off after their second touchdown of the night. Puts them up 14-0. Short kicked. Redskins will field it at the 28. They'll move it across the 35-yard line.
And I tell you what, Owen Treese has been a force so far. I have him down 12 for 15 passing for 181 yards already. Conversely, they only have 22 rushing yards, but when you're throwing for 181,
you don't have to need rushing yards, do you?
Now the Redskins only have 53 yards rushing and 11 passing, so they're being outgained by quite a bit, and obviously now trail 2 scores on the scoreboard.
See what the Redskins can do. Football will be spotted at the 37. Pounding it forward, and they'll have a first down.
Now that's the second time that they've run the trap with Caden Seifring on first down and gained good yardage on that. So limited success between the tackles, but the trap to Caden Seifring has been a bright spot here for the Redskins so far.
It'll be 1st and 10 football at the Redskins 49. Garrett Seifring to the left. Seifring will get the call from the fullback spot, and he'll go into Cougar territory.
And Van Wert just seems to be winning the battle, around the edges where they're really kind of pushing, and there's contact immediately for Seafring when he gets to the line of scrimmage.
Second down at 8 on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard. Van Wert up by 2 scores here. 6:35 to go. Seafring has some running room. He'll get to about the 31.
Well, once again, the trap going for 18 yards that time for Seafring. Has 3 consecutive runs where 2 of them are traps. Now you can see it's a trap right there. You can see the guard pulling, making a nice opening there for Seafring, and he's able to get to the next level and get it, like as I said, an 18-yard and a first down for the Redskins.
Walter will go to the right side. Out to the left goes Mullen. Mullen will pick up some good yardage. He'll get inside the 25.
Jason Mullen didn't have any carries against Salina, but last week was pretty helpful, mostly running more of a jet sweep for them, but had 52 yards, I think, last week, and really helping them, extend the Rough Riders to overtime last week.
Crow looks to the sideline. Mullen and Seafring in the backfield. Seafring will get the call. Handoff just a little bit shaky, and they'll move close to the first down. About a yard short.
Nope, they're going to give him the first down now.
Going to give him the first down.
So a little delayed call, kind of milking the drama as the Redskins get their 7th first down of the game. And, kind of their best looking drive, actually. This is the 3rd time they've been in Cougar territory, have yet to score.
Let's see what happens. Seafring in the backfield. He'll get the call, or rather that's Mextra, rather. And the fullback Mextra will take it to just short of the 10. Let's watch it again.
And once again, this is a trap. You can see the pulling guard coming right there and just filling right in, hitting that very tight. It's been the most effective running play so far of the evening for the Redskins.
1st and 10. Redskins deepest penetration of the night into Van Wert territory. And Mullen with the carry. And
and quite frankly, Van Wert has pretty much handled this game, quite frankly. But if the Redskins can push this in and get within a touchdown, prevent no further damage, and then they get the ball to start the second half, this could be a really big turn of events if the Redskins hope to win.
Let's see what transpires. Fumble on the snap. Crow dives for it. Van Wert says they have the fumble, but I think Crow has it.
Yeah, that's the 2nd time that there's been, a bad snap, and they have been switching back and forth at center between. I have to look at my roster here again. Patrick Schultz was actually playing earlier, and then they got Towalski in there now. So, that's something that can be tough for a quarterback to, kind of go back and forth between who's handing them the ball under center.
Crow looks to the right side for the end zone, and it's just a little bit short. Pass intended for Noah Ambos. It's incomplete. Clock will stop at 3:42 to play.
And Noah was one of those guys that, unexpectedly had to miss the first 2 weeks, and gets a chance to come back. One of their more dynamic players on offense. Ran a nice route there on the comeback. They just don't have the timing down on it, and this is now brings up 4th down.
4th down. Ball on the 10. They can pick up a first down at the 1-yard line. Mextro to the right side, number 6.
And I'm not sure if they're going to run a play. They might take the delay because they have no timeouts left.
There's the flag, and that'll stop the clock and
well, Coach Moyer made a calculated decision there because he has no timeouts left. It's 4th down, and he felt that, you know what, it's worth just taking the 5 yards to get the play I really want out there, which, you know, when it's this long, you know, probably isn't that big of a deal. Probably the right move to do.
3:42 to go. Football at the 15-yard line. Ambos and Seifring go to the right side. Garrett Seifring to the left side. Crow looking for a receiver. Schneider has it, the big tight end. He'll get across the 10, but that's about it. Brandon Schneider with the catch, but Van Wert will take over. Let's see that play one more time.
Yeah, all the receivers were covered downfield, so he checked down underneath and tried to see if Schneider could kind of make a play, but still, you know, there's a lot of Cougars there to come up to be able to make that stop. So once again, a promising drive in Cougar territory turns into no points for Wapak.
Yeah, the Redskins have had a couple of opportunities, especially here in the second quarter, and just haven't been able to capitalize on them.
So now we'll kind of see, you know, last time the Cougars were this kind of deep near their own end zone. They came out firing and went 98 yards.
Treese, he'll keep it. He's at the 15, now the 20. Across the 30, still on his feet, and he'll go forward to the 39-yard line.
And that's the longest rush on the night. I got it down for 29 yards there for Treese, as he had been contained as a runner so far, but you know, a big play nonetheless.
Cougars will keep it on the ground. This is Nate Jackson trying to turn the corner. Moves it upfield. Should have the first down near midfield.
Nice block by Spencer Clay out there to be able to kind of let him get that corner.
Football at the 49-yard line for Van Wert. 3:04 to go. Treese back over to Drew Johnson. Dangerous. He'll get to the 41.
Yeah, kind of a missed tackle right there. Crow had that opportunity to be able to make the play right at the line of scrimmage, and just a nice little slip move there by Johnson was able to avoid that.
Second down and short. Football at the 42. 4 receivers to the left side. Treese goes that way. Jackson steps out of bounds at about the 32.
Now, in a little bit of a tell, whether it's in motion or lining up, if Van Wert has 4 receivers, they almost always try to run a quick screen to one of those guys and hope that they have you outnumbered and have 3 blockers in front of that 4th receiver. That's a play they've gone to numerous times here in the first half. And it's a nice high percentage play. I mean, it's an easy pass. It's really well schemed.
Treese is going to keep it, but good defense this time will bring him down.
Yeah, Brandon Schneider able to kind of make the play, getting into Treese's feet, running kind of a quarterback counter. You'll see here on the replay, both left and right tackle are going to pull. And he's able to cross the face of the wingback trying to block him and be able to make the play, although Schneider's got his helmet off and it looks like he has to come off the field.
Good defensive play by Brandon Schneider, as you can saw on our replay, brought to you by Winners Meats. 2:06 to play here in the first half. I'd like to thank our sponsors for TSC's presentation of NKTelco Sports. Being brought to you by the following: Grand Lake Health System, Precision Strip, Carriage Works, Cy Schwederman, Minster Bank, Home and Interiors, New Knoxville Supply, Cargill, Victory Machine, Hometown Opportunity, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, Securcom, St. Henry Bank, Park National Bank, Kinniger Custom Fabrication, Kennedy's Garage, Big Brothers, Big Sisters of Shelby and Dark County, Superior Aluminum, LaRouche Inn, Busher's Market, Finishing Touches, Francis Manufacturing, Hoying Service Center, Rachel's Cakes, Speedway Lanes, Walmart Construction, Jewelry Barn, Tom and Jerry's, and Western Ohio Mortgage, bringing you tonight's game between Wapakoneta and Van Wert. Cougars up 14-0 on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard. And it's important that the Redskins stop the Cougars on this particular drive as we near the end of the first half of play.
Yeah, the Redskins, you're not sure how many opportunities you're going to get. And they've had several opportunities to score and don't have anything to show for it. 2 of them coming off of turnovers, and then one where it's just a really pretty good drive. So, it's pretty important for them to try to keep this as a 2-score game because they've only scored 17 points all year. So for them to score much more than this in just a half, might be a tall order.
Had a nice opportunity there on the one drive there when the pass over the middle and incomplete would have been most likely a touchdown. So Cougars on the move, 3 receivers right side, 2 to the wide side. Treese looks to the left side. He's going to look to the other side, wide open, finds a receiver, and he'll move forward to near the 15. That's Maddox Crutchfield, a 6'1", 195-pound sophomore with the catch.
Although there's a flag down on the field, and this is going to be against man downfield illegally for the Cougars, so that's going to come back. But just again, Treese's talent on display. Pump fakes on the left-hand side. Keith Hauser there to try to disrupt that, so he just goes all the way to the other side of the field and finds the open guy. And I tell you what, not a lot of high school quarterbacks can go from one side of the field to the other and make the right play.
1:53 to play as the Cougars take a look to the sideline for the play. Whistle blows and we're ready to go. Clock begins to count down.
And that is the second penalty for the Cougars for a total of 15 yards so far.
Treese looks to the left side. He's going to run with it. He's got some territory. He's across the 30. Gets to the 22-yard line where he's brought down.
And that is the danger of blitzing. Garrett Seifring came up and looks like he had a chance to be able to get Treese, but Treese saw that, and when he was able to break the initial, now all of a sudden there's not a second level there to be able to make the play.
Austin Stauffer with the tackle for the Redskins. So it'll be 3rd down and 1, football at the 23-yard line. The backfield, Nate Jackson will get it. And he should have the first down as the football goes to the 20-yard line.
So the clock stops temporarily with 57 seconds to go, but the Cougars, with field position and all 3 timeouts in their pocket, got to feel pretty good about the time management situation.
Treese calls the signals.
4 receivers all the way. It's going to be quick screen.
Left side, and it goes to Jackson. Jackson will get it to about the 16, so 4-yard pickup. Van Wert will take a timeout. We'll take a break. Our score, Van Wert 14, Wapakoneta nothing. We'll be back right after this.
For over 150 years, Cargill has been helping people be successful worldwide. Cargill has always done business responsibly and in a way that makes us proud. Whether it is educating farmers in India or providing bikes to students with perfect attendance right here at home, Cargill is helping people thrive. The Sydney plant is just one piece of a global company that provides employment for hundreds of thousands, food for the world, and support for thousands of businesses. Be a part of something great at Cargill.com.
Back here at Harmon Field in Wapakoneta. Hoping you're enjoying tonight's game between the Wapakoneta Redskins and the Van Wert Cougars. Cougars coming in at 2-0 and playing really, Paul, pretty much the way we thought they would play. Same kind of style of football, the spread offense, and Owen Treese is doing just exactly what his statistics said entering tonight's contest.
Yep, and kind of spreading the ball out to all of his potential athletes that are out there, and they're not done yet with this half.
37 seconds left. Treese has the football. He'll keep it. And Cougars will get the football to about the 13 and call yet another timeout. So with 28 seconds to go, it's 14-0 Van Wert. They'll take another timeout and trying to look for that third score, and football resting at the 13. TSC's presentation of NKTelco Sports is being brought to you by Grand Lake Health System, Precision Strip, Carriage Works, Cy Schwieterman, Minster Bank, Holman Interiors, Knoxville Supply, Cargill, Victory Machine, Hometown Opportunity, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, SecureCom, St. Henry Bank, Park National Bank, Kinniger Custom Fabrication, Kennedy's Garage, Big Brothers Big Sisters of Shelby and Darke County, Superior Aluminum, the Rushi Inn, Busher's Market, Finishing Touches, Francis Manufacturing, Hoying Service Center, Rachel's Cakes, Speedway Lanes, Boimer Construction, the Jewelry Barn, Tom and Jerry's, and Western Ohio Mortgage bring you tonight's game between Van Wert and Wapakoneta. On that scoreboard, First National Bank Think First scoreboard, 14-0. Van Wert up with 28 seconds remaining here in the first half of play, and the Cougars threatening one more time against the Redskins. They called the timeout to stop the clock and set up their final strategy here in the last 28 seconds of this half. 3rd down and 3. Treese alone in the backfield. He'll go to the right side. He'll pitch it forward, and they'll move it to near the 5-yard line.
Yeah, a little shuffle pass right there. You know, well designed and executed by the Cougars. Gets them a first down.
Maddox Crutchfield, sophomore, carries the football for the Cougars. Treese going for the end zone. Touchdown. Owens, Treese.
And that's the hat trick. That's his 3rd rushing touchdown. Although he's made his hay so far passing the ball primarily, you know, the way they've put the ball in the end zone is through the legs of Owen Treese. Here we can see the replay.
Take a look at this one more time.
Just quick little quarterback draw, nice little cut, plant, and goes in for the score.
Touchdown by Treese. Extra point is good, and the Cougars have a 3-touchdown lead. Our score: Van Wert 21, Wapakoneta nothing. We'll be back right after this.
Sometimes you just don't want to get out of your car. That's why TSC has made it easy for you to pay your bill. We have drive-up payment drop boxes at our St. Mary's and Wapakoneta offices. Just pull in, drive around, and drop off your payment. Just one more convenience to show you how much we appreciate you.
TSC, give us a call and see. It's easy as 1, 2, 3, call TSC.
10 seconds remain here in the first half as the Cougars will kick it away, and that 3rd touchdown a little bit deflating for the Redskins here in their home opener. McCracken, who kicked the extra point, will kick off as Cougars kind of use a little different kind of look. They shift back out. McCracken, short kick. It's going to bounce at the Wapak 40. Loose football, and
Cougars may have it.
Van Wert may have the football, and they do.
So, you know, that was not an intentional onside kick. There's just a little pooch that they were just trying to, you know, be nice and safe, but it bounced right in no man's land. No one was in position to be able to recover it for the Redskins, and the Cougars recover, you know, and have 7 seconds to try to see if they can do something.
And they have the offensive firepower to do just that. They huddle up on the sideline. 7 seconds remain.
And they do have 1 timeout left as well, so if they do make a play, if they get down right away, they could use that and still get a second play off potentially. Unless they use that timeout.
You just used the timeout. 7 seconds to go. 21-0 Van Wert, and we'll keep it right here, I guess. Would probably be the best way to say. First half, really, as you look at the Van Wert Cougars, Treese has really put on quite a performance, Paul.
Yeah, and he's everything as advertised. We've seen him, just be a standout in basketball. He scored 40 points against Crestview, and was probably, I think, the second leading scorer in the Western Buckeye League in basketball last year behind George Mangus. And in football, he's not missing a beat. He is a dynamic playmaker as both a passer and as a runner. And again, it's not just him. He's got a couple guys that can make some plays too. And I think Coach Keith Recker has got a very nice ball club.
He's got a wide assortment of receivers to throw to. Either 6 or 7 of them easily can catch the ball. Let's see what happens on what may be the final play of the first half. Treese over the middle. It's going to be caught and stepped out of bounds there.
Well, so they elect to just run the out play, get a little bit closer, gain about 12 yards on that play. Still not in field goal range, so this one's going to have to go to the end zone, I would think.
I think that was Ian Cowan with the catch. Yet another receiver for the Cougars. 2 seconds remain as Van Wert, we think, will be the final play of the first half. Treese straight back, going for the end zone. There it is. Pass is incomplete. First half is history, no flags. Our halftime score, Van Wert 21, Wapakoneta nothing. We'll be back right after this.
When I graduated from Salina, I didn't know much about the job market here.
I knew I wanted to come back to the area. I went to Hometown Opportunity where I was looking for a local job.
It really opened up my eyes to the employer market around here.
I was able to filter down my options, see what types of jobs were out there for me.
Linked me directly with those local companies.
And the last 6 months have been wonderful to feel that family environment again.
Kogi Plumbing and Heating is your Bryant Factory authorized dealer. We have brought the best of comfort, control, and plumbing services to the St. Mary's area for over 60 years. We have been Reader's Choice winners for the last 4 years running and excel at providing our customers with efficient and reliable heating and air conditioning, as well as responsive service when a plumbing emergency arises. We insist that the products we install in our customers' homes and businesses offer the same performance and value that we expect ourselves. Call today for your next plumbing and heating or air conditioning needs. Bryant, whatever it takes.
Our bankers are working hard day and night to provide the support needed right now. Even while we're apart, we're proudly working together, with you and for you. We believe there's more, much more, to all of us than these tough times. We see acts of compassion and cooperation all around our communities, and we're proud to be a part of it. And as our family of banks come together under our Park National Bank name, we promise you, we're all in this together.
Van Wert enjoying a 21-0 halftime lead against Wapakoneta here at Harmon Field. Cougars stuck in a touchdown there in the final 10 seconds to jump out to a 3-touchdown lead. Let's take a look at the first half statistics, and boy, there's some big ones there for the Cougars, especially on the passing side.
Oh yeah, there's some eye-popping stats there for a half for the Cougars. 334 total, and what's not pictured up there is Treese is 18 for 22 passing. And remember, this is a Wapak team that was one of the better defensive teams coming in, and only was giving up 60 yards a game passing. And quite frankly, especially with the 2 turnovers, the Redskins have enough yards where you would think that they would have some points on the board. But 3 times in Cougar territory and coming up with 0 points, you're playing a quality opponent like the Van Wert Cougars. That doesn't really bode well.
that has to probably be the most frustrating aspect for the Redskins. The fact that they were able to move the ball, get into a little bit of Van Wert territory, have a couple of opportunities, and then come away with nothing.
Yeah, I mean, as you mentioned right from the top, Van Wert looking pretty good to get their first potential win here in Wapak since 2004.
It's a long time for the Cougars, and that's one of those, as you look at this Van Wert team, and it's funny, you know, you would think the way they're playing it, they'd be a senior-dominated team. But they're not. As you mentioned earlier, they have a lot of sophomores, a lot of juniors that are playing. Of course, some of the key players are seniors, but nonetheless, this Van Wert team is relatively young.
They are, but number 7 is a pretty key senior for this team.
Yes. Yeah.
Real quick, while we got some time, let's talk a little bit of the history of this matchup. This is the 99th meeting of these two schools, and it's 99 consecutive years that these two teams have matched up, which is just absolutely incredible to do anything for that long in a row. Van Wert actually holds the overall lead in this series, 50-45 with 3 ties. Although Wapak holds the series record here at home, 25-23 with a tie.
Van Wert will kick it away. McCracken will boot it. Wapakoneta will return it to about the 35-yard line.
And that was Austin Stauffer with the return. So we'll kind of see, you know, if the Redskins, you know, get a chance to talk about things in halftime, if they can kind of put some things together. Again, putting 119 yards rushing in a half, I mean, that's nothing to sneeze at, but they got to find a way to be able to finish drives.
Yeah, one thing that worked well for the Redskins in the first half was the trap play. They used it numerous times, and it gained some pretty good yardage for them. In motion goes Seifring. Center quarterback exchange, some difficulty, and let's see what happens. And it's going to be Van Wert football. So
that's the third center quarterback exchange, although this was a different center this time. The first two, it was Tolowski. That time it was Schultz in there. But the other two, they were able to at least recover. This time it's a turnover, and the first turnover of the game for the Redskins.
So the Cougars will have the football with 11:48 to go here in the third quarter of play as they head to the north. Treese on target. Connor Pratt with the catch. 6'2" junior makes the catch, steps out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. So it'll be 2nd down and 4 for the Cougars. Here comes Jackson, still on his feet. He's going to find the end zone. 30-yard run as Nate Jackson, the junior, made the turn and finds the end zone.
So the 4th rushing touchdown of the game comes on the jet sweep for the Cougars, although this is Nate Jackson's first of the game. However, this is his 8th overall touchdown for the Cougars, and he led the Western Buckeye League coming into the game. So capitalizing right away off that turnover of the Cougars with the touchdown.
Yeah, Jackson was hurt last year, had a broken collarbone, missed a good portion of the season. Extra point.
No good, missed it short.
So McCracken misses the extra point, our score. Van Wert 27, Wapakoneta nothing. We'll be back right after this.
Where is that TSC bill? How can I pay it if I can't find it?
You don't need the bill. You can pay it online at telcirco.com.
Wasn't there a special this month?
Yes, we got it from TSC's Facebook page.
I know I've got the announcement for the club here somewhere.
I just sent it to TSC to air on Channel 2. With telcirco.com, Facebook, Channel 2, and their newsletter, TSC makes it easy to stay connected.
Now, if they could just help me clean up my desk.
It's easy as 1, 2, 3, call TSC.
Say Van Wert will be kicking off. They're up 27-0 with 11:34 to go. And not the way the Redskins wanted to start the second half.
No, this has been a very bad stretch for the Redskins, giving up a touchdown with 10 seconds left, not fielding a kick and giving the the Cougars another opportunity and then fumbling the first snap.
Mextroth will field the kick, and he'll get across the 35. And
well, the one thing's for sure, you know, the Redskins are going to continue to play hard. They understand the long game here in terms of they've got to find a way to try to improve and get better so that even if they don't win this game, they've got games that they feel that they can win, but they need to start learning how to execute a little bit better. There's a new face out there, Andrew Mosler, in at tight end, and then I believe Logan Crow is coming in. That's Trevor's brother, the sophomore, the left-hander, coming in at quarterback.
He's number 16. He'll take the snap and he'll hand it off, and nothing going that time.
And I tell you what, that might be the out-and-out second team / JV out there right now. I don't recognize a lot of jersey numbers.
So we have to scramble for the roster here. Logan Crow, number 16, will be the quarterback. There you see him back into the huddle, a sophomore, 6'2", 170 pounds. There's a handoff to the right side. Jace Mullen, good yardage into Van Wert territory goes Mullen.
Very nicely executed play. One of the first times we've seen them have success going off tackle. Nice cutback there by Mullen, and then you see Drew Johnson kind of making the touchdown saving tackle.
So Mullen with the big play. The football goes to the 47-yard line. Stauffer will go wide to the left side for the Redskins. Mextroth with it, still on his feet, pounds it forward, and he'll move it all the way inside the 25-yard line. They'll mark it right at the 25. Take a look at this one again. Mextroth takes the handoff from Crow.
And they haven't had a lot of success running that lead play the whole game, but this time they hit it for 22 yards. So back-to-back 20-yard runs for the Redskins, and they're in business again.
Wapakoneta on the move. Mextroth will get it to the pick up a yard or so. We'll call it a 1-yard pickup. Football to the 24, 2nd down and 9.
And this is a little bit of a bizarro from the first half where the trap worked and not much else worked running the ball, but this time the other plays that weren't working in the first half have really hit, and the Cougars that time was able to stuff the trap.
Redskins quickly out of the huddle. Crow under center. Mullen, he's at the 20, fighting forward. Penalty marker. Face mask, I do believe, against Van Wert possibly.
Yep, so that's going to be a gain of about 7, but with the penalty yardage, it's going to move the chains for Wapak.
So that'll give them a first down and move it further into Van Wert territory, and this could be the biggest threat of the night for the Redskins. Let's see where they mark it.
It is the deepest penetration of the night for the Redskins. Second time they've been in the red zone. Fourth time they've been in Cougar territory.
2nd down. First down. Crow looks to the sideline, shouts the signals. In place. Here comes Mullen, digging forward, trying to get inside the 5.
Yeah, had that spin move, and it looked like for a second he might be able to escape. Here we'll see on the replay.
Jason Mullen, pretty hard running here.
Yep, running to the outside, cuts it up inside. Looks like he's going to get away, but he just holds on to his leg so he can't escape. So, you know, nice tackle there by Van Wert.
Number 76, Turner Witten, with the tackle for the Cougars. And Walter will go to the left side. Crow hands off to Mextroth, but no yardage there.
Nope, and again,
for the Redskins.
Second time in this drive they've tried to run the trap, and Van Wert's able to really collapse it down, and that's going to bring up now a 3rd down, which has been kind of an Achilles heel here of the Redskins so far this game.
3rd down and 7. 8:23 to go. Redskins will break the huddle. Pitch right side. Jace Mullen tries to cut it inside, but there'll be a penalty marker.
Aiden Pratt out there. Second time they've tried to run that pitch, and Aiden Pratt able to make the play, but there is going to be a flag, and it looks like it's going to be on the Cougars.
There you see the official.
And there's a discussion. I didn't see the call. Are they calling a 5-yard face mask? Is that what's being called? Personal foul face mask. So this should give them a 1st down then.
See if we can see it again on the replay. Brought to you by Winners Meats. There you see Mullen with the football after taking it from the pitch. Oh,
yes, he did. Got his hand in there, turned his head. So that could be a dangerous thing. So that should give them a 1st down. We'll kind of see. It hasn't changed on the scoreboard or on the sticks. Or apparently it's not going to be a 1st down. In high school football, it's not an automatic 1st down, so it's going to be 3rd and goal from the 3.
Crow and Wapakoneta coach Travis Moyer wants to discuss this further. First National Bank Think First scoreboard. Van Wert 27, Wapakoneta nothing. Redskins threatening.
Well, a lot of times we get confused between high school, because at college and pro, that's an automatic 1st down. High school, it's just replay the down.
Mullen fighting for that end zone, but he can't quite find it. Could be a couple yards short. They'll mark it at the 3. No gain on the play, and that'll set up a 4th down.
So what you want to go to here, kind of where you're at, is almost perfectly where you would have a 2-point conversion. So you might want to go to your, play that you like to run for 2-point conversions. So this could be something that they've practiced.
Mextroff, Mullen in the backfield. A lot of moving around on the Wapakoneta offensive line. Crow, end zone. Incomplete. 2 Wapakoneta receivers right there.
Yeah, they're running the bootleg, and they had both Walter as well as Andrew Mossler kind of in the same spot. Both of them potentially could have made the play, but being in the same spot, as we watch on the replay here, kind of knocked each other away. So, unfortunate turn of events there for the Redskins, as they have their best chance for points kind of go by the wayside.
It's been that kind of a night, hasn't it, Paul?
Yeah, and like I said, it's really unfortunate, because you can understand both players, assuming they're where they're supposed to be, having their eyes big, they get a chance to score a touchdown, and bad luck puts them so that it's an incomplete pass and turnover on downs.
And Van Wert has the ball on the 3. Here comes Treese. He'll get across the 15.
15. Logan Crow
all the way up to the 17.
So about a 12-yard gain there for Treese. And if you remember, they had the ball at the 2 the one time, and in a hurry was able to convert that into points.
7:11 to go. 3rd quarter. Treese in the wing.
And a lot of different bodies in on defense for the Redskins as well. You see Logan Crow stays in the ball game at free safety, kind of replacing his brother on both sides of the ball.
So it's 2nd down and 8. Football at the 19. Treese will drop back. He's going to run with it. He's in trouble. And this time the Wapakoneta defense will make the stop, as remember Cale Rostoffer in on the stop. Take a look at that one more time.
And it actually might be the big freshman looking to get in there too, number 69, Austin Brown, a big 340-pound freshman.
6:09 to go, 3rd down and 10. 2 receivers to the short side, 2 to the wide side, 1 in motion. Here comes Jackson. He'll cut it up.
Jackson.
Field, he'll get to about the 25.
But that will be short of the first down by about 3 yards, it looks like. So the Cougars are going to punt, and correct me if I'm wrong, I believe this is their first punt of the game.
I do believe, and first punt of the game for like Treese do. Usually the punter.
Actually, take that back. This is their second one.
Second one early.
Yeah, early in the game they did.
First series.
Yes.
First series of the game. That's right.
Drew Johnson.
Johnson will kick it away. Line drive across to about the 45 of Wapakoneta. They'll let it roll, and it'll go to the 38-yard line. And that's where they'll start. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Redskins. Football at the 38 with 5:09 to go in the 3rd quarter. 27-0 our score. Van Wert with the lead.
So again, with the primary backups in there on both sides of the ball, but the Redskins actually put together probably their best drive of the game, and just had a little bit of bad luck to potentially come on the scoreboard. It looks like the Cougars are starting to make a few substitutions themselves.
Yep, definitely. The last drive was the Redskins probably the best they've had here tonight. Crow with the football. It's going to be brought down by 3 Van Wert defenders.
Yeah, that was an errant snap, and kind of talking about it was Logan Crow with his center, where he had to kind of reach all out, and we're not sure if that ball was supposed to be handoff to Jason Mullen on that play or if he was intended to keep it all along, but still timing was off on that, and it's a loss, a couple.
So that makes it 2nd down and 12. Turner Witten in on that stop that time for the Cougars. Walter goes to the left side. Mextroth is in the backfield. He'll get the call straight ahead to about the 41-yard line.
Yeah, about a gain of 4 that time on the trap. Not going as far as it went in the first half, but better than it happened on that drive. But still, because the loss on 1st down brings up a 3rd and pretty long with 8.
Clock at 4:12 to go here in the quarter. Crow back into the huddle for the Redskins. Extra. Mullen will get the call. Dives forward to about the 44-yard line.
And that's not going to be enough to be able to move the chains. So we'll see what Coach Moyer is going to keep his offense out there.
Sends the play in. 4th down and 5-yard line. 5 yards to go for the Redskins. Extroth and Mullen in the backfield. Crow steps out from underneath the center, looks to the sideline. There's the snap, left side Mullen. 1st down Redskins. Well,
I hope he's going to be just short.
He's going to be short, isn't he? He had it.
It was a nice looking play, and looked like Mullen had just enough to daylight where he was going to be able to pick up the 1st down. We'll watch this here, but a nice tackle to be able to get him just a yard short. It looked like he had a lot of room right there, but getting just into his legs at the last minute is number 33 for Van Wert, Jacob Fierst.
Nice play by Fierst, and that means the Cougars will get the football. Thought he had that one, just a step away, and see what the Cougars do here with 3:10 to go in the 3rd quarter.
We'll see. Looks like Treese still is in the ball game. What Coach Recker looks like he's been kind of subbing guys in and out, kind of one at a time.
In the spread offense, Treese will go to the short side. He's across the 40 to about the 38.
And that's to a different receiver. That's to Reese Wise.
Wise with the catch, number 17. Reese Wise, say that 20 times. 2nd down and just a yard to go for a 1st down. Football at the 38. Short pass, 1st down and more. He's at the 30.
So back-to-back plays hitting Reese Wise. That one hit for 12. And another first down for the Cougars.
Van Wert on the move. First and 10.
Excuse me, that's 26.
Football resting at the 26. Treese, short side to Aiden Pratt. He'll dive forward for a couple of yards.
And nice tackle that time by Jeffrey Kohler. Not an easy play to make in the open field.
Corbin Mitchell and Jeff Kohler on the stop.
Football at just about the 24, so it's second down and 9.
By the way, Treese just happens to be 5 for 5 this half already still.
He's not hurting his passing efficiency at all, is he?
No.
On the run to the outside is number 8. That's Caden Bates, and Bates will move it across the 20.
Caden Bates,
5'8", 170-pound junior with his first carry of the night. Third down and 1. Lots of different players into the lineup for these two teams. One constant for the Cougars, and that's Treese. He's back there at quarterback. He'll roll to the right side looking for the end zone. There's the receiver. Touchdown, Van Wert.
And that's the one thing that they did not have was a passing touchdown, and that kind of really crowns the night here for Owen Treese. That is his 9th passing touchdown of the game. As we can see, he scrambles. Reese totally gets lost in the defensive backfield. Is wide open, easy pitch and catch for the touchdown.
And that's Reese Wise.
And Reese Wise, his 3rd catch of the drive. And this is going to result in the running clock once we get to the kickoff.
McCacken with the extra point. Hold is good, kick is up, looks good, and it is. Our score, Van Wert 33, Wapakoneta nothing, or 34 for Van Wert. Wapakoneta nothing. We'll be back right after this.
Kemmler Orthopedic Center is focused on a personalized, caring approach to treat all aspects of orthopedics, including total joint replacement, shoulder reconstruction, stem cell injections, and more. Dr. James Kemmler and Jed Cooney, certified PA, are dedicated to providing the best orthopedic care in the Grand Lake region. Kemmler Orthopedic Center has offices located in Salina and Van Wert, along with extended evening hours. To schedule an appointment, call our office at 419-586-5760.
1 minute and 13 seconds to go here in the third quarter, and Van Wert goes up 34-0, and that means we have a running clock, and the Cougars will kick it off after their 5th score of the evening.
And the Van Wert Cougars, you know, there's some question marks about them after their first 2 wins. There's an onside kick.
That's a pure onside kick, it looks like.
Little swift kick.
And it looks like, you know, that might be something that he's doing just to make other coaches think and have to prepare for that, because they lined up in that earlier in the game and just kind of spread it out about it. So, you know, I don't think anything kind of mean-spirited that by Coach Recker, but you know, what continuing my thought was, you know, the Van Wert Cougars, you know, did play probably the strongest 2 teams on their schedule with Elida and Defiance, but you know, they have looked every bit the part as one of the best teams in the Western Buckeye League tonight.
They certainly have, and they're pitching a shutout to boot. Timeout, Van Wert. Cougars will take a timeout and regroup. 49 seconds to go here in the third quarter. A score, Van Wert 34, Wapakoneta nothing. We'll be back right after this.
At First National Bank, we are working hard to make your life a little easier. With products like Card Valet, an app allowing you to control your cards with real-time notifications, transaction restrictions, and spending limits. The ability to access your money through 55,000 all-point ATMs across the country, surcharge-free. Live customer support when you need it, and online and mobile banking, allowing you to gain access to your financial information wherever and whenever you like. First National Bank, making your life a little easier.
Wapakoneta will have the football. 49 seconds and the clock starts here as the third quarter begins to wind down. with the football. Number 22 for the Redskins, Corbin Mitchell, 5'10" sophomore.
Having some success going there inside.
Football goes to the 40-yard line. Nice pickup by Mitchell. Number 22. Also lined up there with Jace Mullen, number 24, Crow. Mitchell will get the call, and he'll pick up a couple of yards. And this is pretty much going to wrap up the third quarter of play. Van Wert 34, Wapakoneta nothing. We'll be back with our fourth and final quarter of play right after this.
Hi, I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
Allglaze and Sydney Audiology are committed to providing the most advanced and affordable hearing care solutions.
Did you know that more and more insurances are offering coverage for hearing aids and that we are the most comprehensive provider in the area?
Because we want to serve all in our community, we partner with agencies such as Medicaid, OOD, Sertoma, and most recently the VA, helping our veterans find local solutions to their problems.
Don't leave unused benefits on the table this year. Call us today to see if you qualify.
Wapakoneta with the football. Jace Mullen with a nice run. He'll be knocked out of bounds inside or at about the 22-yard line.
So nice run by Jace Mullen. Been a bright spot here the last couple of weeks. We can see on the replay running just the little outside sweep, cuts it up inside off of the block there by, I think, Nation Snyder.
Nice replay, nice run there by the Wapakoneta running back. Crow, right side, it goes to Corbin Mitchell. Get maybe a yard or so.
They're running kind of the outside belly play, and you kind of hope that that guy stretches out with the halfback, but he did not and made the play right at the line of scrimmage.
And there's really no gain on the play, so it's call it second down and 10. Give them a yard. Second down and 9. Football's at the 21-yard line. Walter to the left side. Mullen. Fumble. Blue ball is on the turf.
It looks like the Cougars got it.
Van Wert will come up with the football.
So another turnover derails a promising drive, and this is the 5th drive that they've been in Cougar territory and don't have any points.
It's been a tough night for Wapakoneta all around as they find themselves down 34-0.
And it's one thing to, to lose, but you have to find ways to finish some of these drives off. I mean, even though you might come up short, you would feel a lot better about your team and your execution, by having, a couple touchdowns on the board.
Yeah, it would change the outlook entirely. And of course, if it had one or two scores there in the first half, when it was still a close game, it would have been even more interesting. Cougars across for pickup of first, a little bit more than 10, but I think loose football, but Van Wert's going to maintain it.
So the new quarterback in Owen Treese getting a well-rested break here in the fourth quarter as Carson Smith, sophomore, in at quarterback for Van Wert.
Smith, 5'11", 150 pounds. Tosses it out to Travis Francis, another sophomore. Be a loss of up 4 yards on the play.
So, and then there's it's running clock, but they're calling for the stop of the clock for something. I don't know if there's a timeout called or what the deal happens to be here.
9:38 to go in the game, and got a penalty. Personal foul, or what?
That's what
it appeared to be.
So that'd be the 4th penalty on the Cougars if that's indeed what it is. But there appears to be a lot of confusion because they're not marking anything off.
Say we'll stop the clock one more time at 9:14.
All right, there they go.
Not sure why it took so long to figure that one out, but penalty goes against the Cougars.
So now the way that this is looking, a couple of long streaks are going to kind of come to an end here. The Cougars appear they're going to win for the first time here in Wapakoneta since 2004. And this will be the first 0-3 start for the Redskins since the 2001 season.
Goodness. It's a few years ago. But this is not a usual season. Very unusual. But you know, everybody has to get ready for that week number 7, since league play. You know, it's a lot of it's a matter of pride, but everybody in the playoffs in week 7. So Smith, he'll roll to the left side. Pass is incomplete. That'll make it 3rd down and long for Van Wert.
Yeah, obviously, you know, the Redskins, since Coach Moyer and then also Doug Fry right before him have just been a power in the Western Buckeye League. They have not had a losing season since to the 2009 season when they went 1-9. Then Doug Fry came in that next year. And kind of got the ball rolling, and then obviously Travis Moyer has had the ball really going here in terms of churning out some WBL championships for the Redskins. But you know, tonight's really kind of belonging to the Cougars.
Shovel pass. Travis Francis with the carry.
Shovel pass to Travis Francis.
Gets back to about the original line of scrimmage.
And this will bring up a 4th down. We'll see. Sometimes when you get in situations like this, you might not have your special teams. I can tell you as a coach, you know, a lot of times you end up having to run your varsity punt team out there, and it looks like what they might be doing because you just don't practice having, you know, backups in your special teams too often.
Looks like number 10, Garrett Gunter, is going to punt it away for the Cougars. Though Jackson started out onto the field, or Johnson started out onto the field. Catch made at the 38-yard line.
And Will Campbell, that was not an easy, fair catch, but you know, truthfully, that's what you need to do in that situation, because if you let that one fall, it probably is going to bounce at least another 10, 15 yards.
Campbell does a nice job, makes the catch at the 38.
And this is a rare time where the clock does stop temporarily, but now it does go ahead and start back up with the running clock. OHSA in instituting that mercy rule, I forget how long ago, maybe about 4 or 5 years ago now?
About 4 or 5 years ago, I do believe.
It looks like we have another new quarterback in the ball game, Jordan Schneider.
He's number 7. He'll roll out to the right side. Downfield, passes incomplete, intended for Ian Kramer, number 25, another sophomore.
And Jordan Schneider, a good-looking athlete, kind of longer. He's got a nice-looking arm.
6'2", 165-pounder. Now you see the First National Bank Think First scoreboard. 34 for Van Wert, nothing for Wapak. 6:09 to go. Handoff straight ahead. Number 22 with the carry, Corbin Mitchell. He'll get it to the 40-yard line.
So 3rd down here for the Redskins. Another new back that's in there. I don't believe he's on her because I'm pretty sure he's a freshman. I believe that's Jason Nowse, number 41 out there.
Schneider will go under center, go to the right side, and Nowse is stopped as he gets back to the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, Jacob Fierce kind of, I think, welcomed the freshman here to a Friday night. That was quite a stick.
We could hear it up here.
And by the way, speaking of up here, we should mention.
Yes, we should.
This
Beautiful accommodations.
This is a incredible press box that we happen to be in. Kudos, to Wapakoneta for kind of putting this together, putting this project together. Brand new stadium sides. I realize it's not the circumstances that they envisioned opening this up. You don't have a full crowd like you normally would. With all the social distancing, limited attendance. But they did this absolutely right, and Mike Watt, should be, commended for, kind of what they put together here. And by the way, here's the Cougars getting, a quality punt return.
Brylan Parker, he's at the 30, still on his feet. He's to the 25, going to go all the way to the Wapakoneta 18-yard line. Brylan Parker, 5'11" freshman with that return. And Redskins going to be a penalty, however, against the Cougars.
Well, not a lot has gone wrong for the Cougars, but they have had a couple big penalties. I know I say big penalties in a 34-0 game, but I mean 15-yarder earlier, and then a penalty that's going to negate a really long punt return.
Yeah, the project here at the stadium is first rate. The accommodations that we have here are fantastic. And as you said, Paul, the committee needs to be commended for their efforts. And
and quite frankly, I mean, there's not many facilities I can think of that's a high school facility in this area can really hold a candle to this. And they've really upgraded just over the years. In the last 10 years, they've had locker rooms and concession stands and new scoreboards. Obviously, they're one of the first ones to get turf in this area too. So they should be really, proud of what that they have put forward into this facility.
There you see a look at a portion of the crowd here this evening. And the Cougars will start deep in their own territory. A nice run by Parker, negated by the penalty. As we're really just running the clock out right now.
Yeah, Nathan Snyder there with the tackle. Obviously a lot of young guys in there, a lot of sophomores that generally would play either on Saturday mornings or Monday afternoons in their JV games, getting a chance to play underneath the lights.
Cougars second down and 11.
If there's a new quarterback in again.
I think that's the Parker.
Yeah, Brylan Parker, right.
Brylan Parker, 5'11", 160-pound freshman. Had a nice return.
Well, and I've seen him before. Truth be told, my son's a freshman, so I've seen some of these guys kind of play through, and he's a quality quarterback, at the 7th and 8th grade level. So there's my little scouting report.
Well, you go
late in the
deep,
ball game. Yes.
Yeah. And that's how deep Wert is right now in their depth chart too. Clock at about 3 minutes as Parker stands at the 11 to take the signal. Looks downfield. Redskins got some pressure. He'll take it upfield and try and run the football, but Mikey Lee, number 51, a linebacker for the Redskins.
Yep.
One of the Redskins in on the stop that time.
Yep, and joining him, I will say Ethan Kirby getting the play, and it's going to bring up a 4th down, and Coach Recker going to bring out the punt team again. So if you're just looking at punts, this might kind of skew how the game was played, as they're putting the punt team out once again.
But you look at the game and you look at Van Wert. You have an experienced quarterback in Owen Treese. You've got the experienced backfield, experienced receivers, and he's very, very deep. And they're pretty impressive.
They are, and I believe next week I think they have the Rough Riders. And that will be a challenge. I got a chance to talk to Coach Recker before the game, and me and Coach Recker go back. I coached him in basketball when he was a player and successful, a state champion in basketball when we were there. He had mentioned that he was concerned about this game because this is one of the Goliaths in the Western Buckeye League, and it looks like they're going to walk out successful, and they're going to play another Goliath next week in the St. Mary's Rough Riders. Yeah, and Van Wert's trying to, you talk about the Goliaths, they've got to get that mindset, that tradition that they've lost since, like, my goodness, last time they won here was 2004, and St. Mary's very similar, I'm sure. And to win those kind of games really builds momentum for the Cougars. Well, sometimes when you're not used to beating teams, it's hard to get that team to believe that you really are this good. And this will open up the eyes and make believers of themselves. And you can always say that you believe, but until you do it. When we dug into the schedule a little bit, I was kind of thinking at Kenton and Van Wert, because of Van Wert's spread offense, would make for an interesting game. The way the 6-game schedule goes, they don't play each other, unfortunately, which I think would have been an incredibly intriguing game in the Western Buckeye League. Yeah, with the adjustments in the schedule, some teams just aren't going to play each other, and that is a casualty of a potential entertaining game between Van Wert and Kenton. Just not going to happen this year. Redskins will lose the football. That'd be their third turnover on a fumble on the night. And, that's kind of going to sum it up here for this evening for the Redskins. Just not their night, and they ran into a very, very good team as well. Cougars are going to go to 3-0. Wapakoneta will fall to 0-3. 37 seconds remain, and as soon as the Van Wert offense comes back out on the field, probably going to run one more play here. The clock begins to count down. It looks like they're just going to take a knee and make sure they line up correctly first. Parker will take the knee, and that's going to be it from Harmon Field. Van Wert 34, Wapakoneta nothing. We'll return with a recap of tonight's game right after this.
Together, we are family, working safely for our loved ones.
We are problem solvers who challenge the status quo and drive improvement.
We care about our customer relationships.
We stay true to our values, caring and respecting one another.
We embrace change as we journey through our career.
We are Precision Strip, the world's leading processor of rolled steel and aluminum.
Precision Strip, doing the exceptional.
CarriageWorks has expanded and now can hold up to 25 cars in our service bay. CarriageWorks thrives on customer satisfaction. We accomplish that by providing top-of-the-line technology. CarriageWorks now uses a laser beam system to measure down to the millimeter of factory specs to better service you and get you back on the road. CarriageWorks has a brand new top-of-the-line paint booth that uses waterborne paint. There's no job too big or too small for CarriageWorks. We're certified collision specialists. Come in and see us today.
You're on the go and don't have time for cords to be tying you down. That's why TSC created the Cord Cutter Bundle. You get big savings for bundling internet and cable, and there's no phone requirement. Choose from 20 megabyte, 50 megabyte, or 100 megabyte speeds. No phone, minimal TV, and all lightning fast internet. Ask about the Cord Cutter Bundles and come home to TSC.
It's easy as 1, 2, 3, call TSC.
Here's the thing. If you're the kind of guy who eats, sleeps and breathes farming, who gets up at dawn, determined to get the best crop and the best yield, why surrender to the mercy of the water table? Cy Schwiederman Incorporated can lower your water table to an average of 2 to 3 feet below the surface, allowing you to grow stronger, healthier plants that root deeper, that are more resilient to the elements, that enable longer growing seasons, and can produce higher results in the fields and in your pocket. Trust CSI, your drainage experts since 1946.
At Minster Bank, we understand that life can get hectic. That's why when it comes to your banking, we offer the services that make your life simpler, with tools like person-to-person payments, Pop Money, mobile and online banking, and bill pay. But most of all, Minster Bank is a supportive member of your community, with personal relationships and customer service that reach outside of our branches. Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success.
Grand Lake Foot and Ankle Center offers a family-friendly environment with a personalized approach to reduce pain, restore function, and improve mobility. Dr. Christopher Stuckey specializes in reconstructive foot and ankle surgery, diabetic foot care, trauma including fractures and sports injuries, along with bunions, hammer toes, and ingrown toenails. Grand Lake Foot and Ankle Center has offices located in St. Mary's and Salina. To schedule an appointment, call our office at 419-394-8664.
At Home and Interiors, our team loves to design beautiful yet cost-effective projects. From sleek and simple to elaborate and detailed, we customize to fit your tastes and budget with free interior design and color coordination. Visit our 5,000 square foot kitchen design center and bring your next project to life. Full custom kitchen and bath cabinets are built right here in New Bremen. Home and Interiors, your vision designed for your budget.
Van Wert behind an impressive performance by Owen Treese. Picks up their third win of the season, 34-0 over the Wapakoneta Redskins. And the numbers will definitely tell the story here, Paul, as the Cougars, especially in the first half, very dominant in tonight's game.
Yeah, over 550 total yards, which actually kind of ups their average. They're only averaging 410 total points kind of coming in. But a lot of long drives had a lot to do with that. Specifically, Owen Treese was 24 of 28 passing for 381 yards himself. Just an impressive amount. And again, Wapak, 223 yards rushing is pretty good. It's more than their average, but they just weren't able to finish drives tonight.
Yeah, the Redskins had some opportunities throughout the evening, especially in the first half. It could have kept this game close, and none of those simply materialized. As you can take a look at some of the replays here on Winners Meets replay as the game unfolded. Redskins had the opportunity, a couple of them there early. Had just a pass over the middle is the one that always stands out in my mind for Wapakoneta. Would have made it very, very interesting.
But Owen Treese, scored 3 times on the ground, and then that's one of them. And I believe that Owen Treese has got to be our player of the game with 3 rushing touchdowns. He threw for 1 as well as 381 passing yards. And he looks to be a dynamic force in the Western Buckeye League.
I'd like to thank our sponsors for tonight's game. TSC's presentation of NKTelco Sports is being brought to you by Grand Lake Health System, Precision Strip, Carriage Works, Cy Schwiederman, Minster Bank, Home and Interiors, Knoxville Supply, Cargill, Victory Machine, Hometown Opportunity, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, SecureCom, St. Henry Bank, Park National Bank, Kinninger Custom Fabrication, Kennedy's Garage, Big Brothers Big Sisters of Shelby and Dark County, Superior Aluminum, the Rushi Inn, Busher's Market, Finishing Touches, Francis Manufacturing, Hoying's Service Center, Rachel's Cakes, Speedway Lanes, Boimer Construction, Jewelry Barn, Tom and Jerry's, and Western Ohio Mortgage, bringing you tonight's game between Van Wert and Wapakoneta. I'd like to thank our crew here tonight. Our director, Scott Robinson. On the cameras, Mark Fissel, Paul Downing, Jim Miller, and Kurt Kuffner. Also, a reminder, follow WCSM AM 1350, 96.7 FM, and their internet exclusive games on WCSMradio.com all season, your sports leader in Mercer and Auglaize counties. I'm Dave Helmstetter, and alongside me tonight, Paul Sadler. Our final score from Harmon Field in Wapakoneta, Van Wert 34, Wapakoneta nothing.